So back to the front. It is Loic Barbot making his way through the chicane. Turns right and heads down towards the bottom end of the circuit. There's a couple of wet patches earlier on this morning, Braxy, on this circuit down in this area. Looking like they've all dried up now. And the track's actually looking in very good order.
Except for one bit, it's obscure from our vision, Phil, just behind the advertising Audi. That's probably the lowest part of this complex, and the water that's been, well, that was another one that went past. Was that Reece Oxley that just went sideways there, ran it a little bit too deep into turn one? Well, there has been a little bit of rain around Sydney in the last couple of months, from what I've been led to believe. And so there's pretty well, pretty damp underfoot. That's big for someone that lives on Phillip Island.
Yeah, well, actually, if there had been the amount of rain that there's been in Sydney at Phillip Island, it probably would have sunk, because there's been an incredible amount of rain. It's actually excellent job by the crew here at the Premier Karting facility that the track is actually able to be raced on at all. As we see that on that start of that last lap, Reece Oxley getting it all wrong at turn one, running off the circuit, and he's lost a lot of distance now. He's actually looking like he's slowing down, so there might be a problem with bike number 23, which means that Max Duffy will be moving up into a third position. Oh no, Oxley looks like he's got his head back down again now. On board the 23 machine, back to the scene of that incident on the last lap. Closing in behind now is Max Duffy and also Kenji Yamada. Kenji looking very racy as he makes his way through turn one and turn two and up the hill towards turn three. Looking very fast through this quick change of direction here. But the race currently being led by 14.4 seconds. That last lap incident at turn one certainly cost Oxley a fair amount of distance.
Yeah, and it's pushing too hard, trying to keep in touch with Barbot, who has been in a class act this weekend on the two classes of racing that he's doing, the Supermoto and also the Mini Motard as well, having a bit of a dip. But yeah, it's they're on their, pardon me, sixth lap of this 12-lap journey.
Just unfortunately missing today, Luigi Taddeo, who is the importer of some of these bikes, and unfortunately had a big crash yesterday walking around with his arm in a sling today. So hopefully Luigi gets better and will be able to increase the numbers at the next round as well. But Loic doing him proud at the moment, doing a good job out front, so having a pretty handy lead over the Groms of Oxley, Duffy and Yamada and Arnold. Just having a look at the actual lap times. We haven't got the lap times up on our timing monitor at the moment. The 51.5, the fastest lap of the race so far by Loic Barbot on board the 71 machine. The next best, a 52.0 from Reece Oxley. But Oxley's last lap was a 56.6, so obviously some sort of problem there for the 23 machine. He's still holding a relatively handy 2.8 second lead over Max Duffy in the battle for second place.
Yeah, but that could change because Max is, after his little excursion, is lapping a couple of seconds quicker than what Reece Oxley is. And Kenji Yamada, he's right on the tail of Duffy as well. So Duffy's got two ends of concentration at the moment, trying to figure out how to bridge the gap between Oxley and himself, and also keep Yamada at bay, who's recovered nicely from a pretty mediocre start to get right onto the back wheel of the Honda Grom. As our leader now, Barbot. And you can hear, even in the background, through the commentary box, you can hear the tyres being tortured. As Oxley was going through there, then it's Duffy and Yamada. Is Yamada going to have a bit of a look? He's got one more race after this one to do it, but I think he wants to have a decent crack this afternoon. And looking at the cloud cover, Phil, it's getting a bit grey, but hopefully the weather will be kind to us and stay dry for at least another couple of hours. But our leader, Loic Barbot, now at 51.6, so he's only within a couple of hundredths of a second of his time as he starts his ninth lap.
There's certain parts of the circuit too where Kenji Yamada is visibly quicker than Max Duffy on the 77 machine just in front of him. Then there's other parts of the circuit where Duffy is obviously quicker and starts to pull out a little bit of a lead, and Yamada has to try and peg that distance back as we look through turn one now. See, great shot there of Reece Oxley, who's still holding down second position. He's got his composure back, Braxy, because that last lap was only half a second off his best. You can see here Yamada drops back a little bit there through turn one. By the time they come out of the complex of corners at the top end of the circuit, Yamada will be back onto the tail of Max Duffy's machine. This is where he's incredibly quick through that bit there. Look how close he is now, right onto the back of Duffy's machine as they come through this right-hander, through the left and then back out down the little short straight before the chicane, loses a little bit of distance through that final corner.
I reckon Duffy's got slightly different gearing because he's managed to pull away on the short straights, whereas, as you said, Phil, Yamada through the turns got a little bit more drive. He's coming up, he's having a look again. He should have learnt the first time in the previous race that you don't try going around the outside in the entrance of that chicane. It's a long way around, and just on the outside is a quagmire that's covered in grass at the moment. He's coming up and having another look as they start lap number 10 of this 12-lap journey. Yamada's going to either win it or bin it in this little battle for third and fourth, I'd say. He's trying to, again, Duffy gets a little bit of gas going as our leader now comes through with another lap of 52.068. His lead now 24 seconds, so that's half a lap already in this short space of time. Oh, sorry, Phil, I'm just looking at Yamada there. He had a good look now. Is he going to come through again and have a look at this final chicane?
Well, I wonder if he learnt by the last time. Will he go to the inside or will he stick to the outside again? He's back on the outside again, but last time, remember, he set this move up 3 corners from the end. He's going to try and get the run through the final corner and then make a move down in towards turn one. He's nice and close as they come out of the final corner. I don't know if he's actually going to be able to get a move on the brakes, because as they come into turn one, Max Duffy is so good on the brakes and he just manages to hold him out. And this is where Yamada is very quick from this area here to the start of the back straight.
And I think he might have been trying to suck Duffy into thinking, okay, the next time Duffy might take a wider line going into that final chicane, and Yamada might be able to sneak up the inside. Is he going to wait that long as he comes down into the first set of S's, about halfway through the lap, through turns 9 and 10, through 11. Now he gets great drive out of that short straight through the right-hander. He's tried to suck him into it, but Duffy's equal to the task and just slams the door shut as they go into the final chicane. 2 turns left, and Barbot on his final lap. He'll be greeting the checkered flag very soon, with Duffy and Yamada coming through to complete yet another lap. They've got the last lap board as well, as Barbot is miles away. He's about ready to finish the race, which he has. A 52.4. So Reece Oxley comes through in second position. And our battle for third and fourth at the back end of the circuit. And Yamada with the white helmet on is going to have a bit of a... He's going to have one more dip. He can't leave it out there at the moment.
Run wide, Duffy, run wide. Duffy ran wide in the chicane there, Braxy. Couple of corners to go. Has it been enough for Kenji Yamada to try and get up the inside? He's on the wrong side of Duffy as they come through the final corners. Only 2 more opportunities to try and overtake. The penultimate corner's gone. They're coming to the checkered flag, and I think Duffy is just going to hang on. Only just, once again, a great battle between Duffy and Yamada. Congratulations, fellas. What a race-long duel between those two. And I'm pretty sure, just like the race earlier on today, that they'll shake hands and say that was a good fun race, but nice and clean as well.
Yeah, there's a fist pump there. A lot of respect between the two. More back slaps as they go up the short straight between turns 3 and 4. But great to see that it doesn't matter what you're racing on. There's always sheep stations to be won and lost somewhere along the line.